Today, Living Local is at Donut Monster, and we're ready to dig into some delicious donuts. But before we're allowed to eat, we're here with Veronica. Tell me a little bit about how this company started.
So the company started in 2015, but even before that, the owner was just making donuts in his kitchen for friends and family. Everybody told him that he should sell the donuts, but he was finding it really difficult to secure a commercial space. The startup costs are really huge. So what he did instead was he got together with a couple other people who were hoping to start businesses and started something called the Kitchen Collective, where they would all share a commercial kitchen. And so he and a few other businesses did that. And in 2015, we officially started selling donuts. And then we opened here on Locke Street 5 years ago, and we've been in operation here ever since.
I mean, who doesn't love a good donut? I can imagine the success skyrocketed as soon as they tasted these flavors. Now, you make your donuts every morning fresh. Why is that important to you?
Well, it's important to us, first of all, because we don't use any preservatives, so the donuts are enjoyed best the day that they're made. We start from scratch, which means that all of the things that we put on or in our donuts are made from ingredients rather than purchased ready-made in a store. So if we're making a donut that has a brownie on it, we're going to make that brownie from scratch. So all of that starts happening around 10:30, 11 p.m. at night the day before, and we work all the way through the night making donuts. They're done at about 7 a.m., and when they're sold out, they're sold out. So it's very important to us to have a fresh product.
That sounds incredible. My mouth is drooling already. You just said a brownie. So that's something unique about Donut Monsters. You have unique flavors here. Tell us about some of those.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of places that make really interesting donuts. One of the things that we've always tried to do is be as local and as authentic and natural as possible. So we don't use any artificial coloring. Like if we're gonna make a colored donut, we're gonna use beetroot powder, or we're gonna use corn flour blue petals to create blue. We think that sort of sets us apart. One of the things that really drives our flavors is seasonality. So we don't like to use fruit out of season because it just doesn't taste as good. So we have people asking us all year long, like, when is the strawberry donut coming back? When is the rhubarb fritter coming back? And they're not coming back until those things are in season.
So the best part is people need to come and grab them fast.
Exactly.
And then it's like a limited edition kind of donut. They get to say, I tried it before it went out of stock. You mentioned your donuts sell out pretty quickly because they're so delicious. Why would you recommend someone pre-order to get their donuts?
We've had this problem since we started where people show up at 4 p.m., the apple fritters are gone. That's always the first thing to go, sometimes as early as noon. So if you go to our website, you can pre-order your donuts for the next day. You can select everything that you want to grab. You can pick whatever time that you're going to show up. You can show up at 5:59 and you can get the donuts that you wanted, and it costs the same.
Like you said, there's seasonal flavors. You offer different things month by month. If people want to learn more about your donuts or know what's coming up next, where can they find out more information?
So we have an Instagram, a very popular Instagram, where you can see all of the flavors that are coming up, any specials that we have. In the morning, someone will line up all the donuts and take a picture of each one so you can see what's going to be in the shop that day. You can also check out our website, order.donutmonster.ca, and all of the donuts are pictured there as well.
Well, you know, we're talking about donuts, and like I said, my mouth is drooling, so I'm ready to get in the kitchen, make some donuts, and dig in. Let's do it. Got my coffee in hand, and we're about to make some donuts. We are here back of house with Pearl, one of the bakers here, and I'm so excited because these donuts look amazing. I'm like drooling, I'm pumped to just dig into one. They're not decorated just yet though, so we're gonna get to the decorating process soon. Gotta ask, do you have a donut every time you have a shift here, or do you have to like restrain yourself?
Definitely have to limit myself. You know, you work here for so long, and it is a lot to have one every day, but you know, sometimes you can't resist.
You can't resist. Well, I say let's start decorating these donuts, and yeah, because I'm just excited to dig in a little bit later. So let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the two donuts that we're going to be making today are the rhubarb jam bullseye and the cocoa berry dip ring.
Those sound delicious. Okay.
We try and keep things really seasonal, so rhubarb is just coming into season, so we are rhubarb up the walls.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
I personally love a good rhubarb like apple pie, so just having it in a donut is a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it.
Yeah. So any donut will start, so the bullseye, you essentially start, you'll have to take this little middle guy out.
Take the middle person out.
Yeah, so it gives you like a nice little vessel,
Oh,
I guess,
I
to
took too
hold
much
your
out.
jam. Oh no, that's okay.
There we
It'll
go.
sit in there good. So then you're gonna, whatever side you've taken the hole out of, you're just gonna dip it in,
Oh my god.
kind of to the white line, and then you'll let it drip for a minute rather.
Okay, time to dip. Here we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Is that a good dip?
Yeah, it was great.
Have you ever dropped a donut in the dip?
Oh, all the time. Sometimes you drop the wrong side, sometimes you drop both sides, you know, the whole thing gets covered.
Any mistakes you make, you could just eat later.
Exactly.
So
then you kind of let the glaze, you know, it's gonna run off for a minute. You don't want to put the topping on when it's super, super fresh. So then you'll just take a little bit of this and just give it a nice, so this is a streusel, kind of like a pie crust type thing to give it that pie feeling.
yeah, also made in house.
Yes,
Yeah.
all made in house, yeah.
Do you ever have maybe people like customers suggesting some flavors that you've taken into account?
100%, yeah. People, like the feedback that we get on Instagram and through reviews and things like that is really, really important, because at the end of the day, you're making the donuts for the customers and you want people to be enjoying the product that you make.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect. Okay, so now that we have this little crust on top, what's the next step?
So the last step for this is to give it a nice scoop full of jam in the middle. So this is a rhubarb jam, again, made in-house from local rhubarb. We cut it all up, wash it, cook it down, everything here.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
And that is the rhubarb jam pie donut.
Easy peasy. Okay.
Super easy, yeah. You just make a couple hundred of those.
Oh, just a couple hundred,
just a couple
easy
hundred,
peasy,
you
no
know,
big
super
deal.
easy.
And the fact that you work overnight to make these donuts so that they're ready to go in the morning is such a cool thing that I've never really heard of before.
Yeah, it takes a really, really long time. Like on weekends, one of us will get here around 10 p.m. and start the mixing process, because the dough has to sit and rise, and just, it's very, very long process, 100%.
Very meticulous here. They care about you. They
Yes.
care about what you're putting into your mouth.
Absolutely.
Pearl, what's your favorite donut that you make here?
Be a very close call, I'd say, between the brown butter walnut, really, you know, super buttery and nice, and the kimchi fritter, which is a little bit unconventional.
Kimchi.
Yes, yeah.
Kimchi fritter. That is, stop. That
yes.
is actually so
You get all of the flavors, even a little bit of green onion on top. It's
green onion.
Yes, yeah. It's don't knock it till you try it. It is quite good.
I promise you that's the most interesting donut I've ever heard, but I'm gonna take your advice and not knock it till I try it, so I will have to try those a little bit later when I come back.
Yes.
I see some glaze in front of us. Yes. What is the second donut that we're making?
So we're going to do a cocoa berry dipped ring. So that has a nice, like a brownie batter glaze with the cocoa, and then after that sets for a minute, it'll get a berry drizzle.
Amazing, chocolate and berry. That's a good combo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's dip some donuts.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can
grab
pick
the
any
biggest
of those.
donut
Yeah,
I can
there we
find.
go.
Nice big hefty donut.
Yeah.
Oh no, I dropped
Oh,
it.
no.
Oh no. No, I was just kidding.
Oh, a snack. Oh no. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And then I don't even want to wipe it off. I just want all that chocolate on there. Okay, there we
The
go.
more the better.
That smells so delectable.
It's essentially like brownie batter. It's cocoa in the glaze. Really, really good.
Kind of sad that there's not like smell-o-vision here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you don't get to smell what I'm smelling right now, but it's so good. I'm gonna try. Can I like put hearts on it?
Yeah, you can do whatever design you
hearts
want.
on
You can
it.
give it a smile. You can. Yes. Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that cute?
That's really nice.
I know that these are not gonna be sold, so that's why I'm not sticking to protocol here, but
To be honest, that's actually not a bad drizzle shape for like Valentine's or something. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Actually, that's really cute.
I'm just giving you guys an idea.
Yeah, I'm writing this down for later.
Look at that donut. Wait,
You're
I
available
gotta,
tonight? You can work a shift right tonight. You know.
I know that's not a bullseye donut, but I just put some in the middle because
Gorgeous.
I know I'm gonna eat this later. So
Absolutely, that looks really good. That's the same kind of thing we do. You know, just load it up
Load
with
it
whatever
up.
you want.
Okay, that looks like a great donut. We have two amazing, beautiful donut options here. I think it's time to eat them. Listen, I could give you a wonderful spiel about these donuts, but what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna eat them because they are ready to be devoured and you're gonna watch me. So feel jealous, be jealous. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm just gonna take a moment, take it all in. I could cry. So good.
Cocoa batter drizzle is really good.
Oh my gosh, that berry on the top. This is so good. You could just do your thing. I'm just gonna eat this right here. See you later. Mm.